Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
On this show, we're going to be talking about creativity and how to embrace that inner artist. And to talk about that is a prolific artist and musician, April Sapp. She's a photographer and musician. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, my pleasure. It's great to be here.
Okay, so when did you know you had this creative side?
I want to say probably when I was like 5.
Really?
Yeah, I was growing up in church and I was sleeping under the pews because we were there a lot. And every time somebody would get up to sing, I would have to get up and watch. So, and I just loved music. I was like, I have to do that. I have to do that. So,
what was your first instrument?
Probably just singing with my voice.
Okay.
And then I moved into piano keys, and then I picked up guitar. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're going to talk more about your music career in a second, but I want to get into photography because you have a thriving business. You do everything from family portraits to weddings, and tell me about the pandemic and how's that impacted you.
It did slow down for a little bit, but I'm finding that a lot of people have a lot of time to plan their weddings, so we actually are doing pretty great. So I'm excited.
Yes.
It's not died down that bad.
So let's show some of her artwork off of her website. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Now, are you a fan of kind of the candid shot or the stage shot, or what do you go for?
Well, I'm a fan of the pose shots that look candid.
There we go.
So nobody really likes a chin shot or like
Yeah.
a in between. If you pause a show or a movie, you're
Right.
like, even Jennifer Aniston looks terrible. But if you pose them, you make sure that they get into those poses, then they all look great. But it still looks natural. It's not like,
Yes.
posed.
And as
posed.
as somebody who's you're concentrating on your job, which is making sure everything is in frame and in focus and stuff like that. But when you see a magic moment, are you just saying, "Oh my goodness"?
Yes. We just had this magical maternity session, and it's like the lighting was right, the colors were perfect in my camera, and every single time they moved, I was like, "Stop right there! Don't move! I have to get you in this light." And they're like, "Okay, just okay." But yeah.
What does that feel like to, let's say, do a wedding and have the bride come back to you later and just compliment you on how you captured that?
Man. It means so much to me because we actually didn't have a lot of pictures from our wedding. So just to know that they're always going to have this to show their kids and their grandkids, it means the world to me. And they like their photos, so it really does mean a lot.
And so what are your favorite things to shoot? Do you prefer weddings or the bluebonnet shots with the kids, or what?
Yeah, I want to say back when my kid was a little bit smaller, I really enjoyed doing kids, but now I'm really into the engagement sessions and the weddings because I feel like we can take our time and put them in the right poses, and there's no little kids running around that I have to focus on getting to smile.
Is there a style that it goes in and out of favor? I mean, in terms of like if I were to look at wedding photography from 30, 50 years ago, would it look like today's wedding photography?
No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, they still have the bright, but I feel like right now the really popular thing is the light and airy with kind of a pop of color that I'm doing. Or some people go with the dark and moody. So I prefer light and airy because I'm like, it's a happy, joyful day. So I like the bright shots.
How about black and white?
I do like to throw in a couple black and white. I won't give a lot of black and whites out unless they request them, but I still love the black and whites.
Very
I think
cool.
those are timeless. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about your music because one of the things that you did, which I thought was cool, during the height of the pandemic, you did a Rock This Isolation event from your home.
Yes, from my bathroom.
So let's go ahead and roll just a little clip of that.
How's it going tonight? My name is April Sapp. I'm here with Melody Hope for the Rock This Isolation virtual concert. This is my first time to do a virtual concert and sing in my house shoes. So I hope everybody's doing okay, and I guess I'll just go ahead and start. This first song is called Brave by Sarah. Tell me a hi if you're here so I know people are watching, because I don't see anybody yet on. So, but I'll go ahead and start. Yay, there's one person. Hey. Hey, this is April Sapp. I'm going to start singing. I'm from Frisco, Texas, and I'm with Melody Hope's Rock This Isolation virtual concert series. So, I hope you enjoy the song.
Wow, you are so talented.
Thank you.
That was your bathroom?
That was my bathroom.
The acoustics pretty good in there?
Yes. That's where I practice all the time.
That's why singing in the shower pays off, right? With great acoustics.
Yes.
Well, you brought your guitar. I would be honored if you'd share a song with us.
Sure. I'll just do a really short Katy Perry song. This one is called Rise. And I really like this one because it just inspires everybody just to keep going no matter what. Okay? I won't just survive, you will see me thrive. Can write my story, I'm beyond the archetype. I won't just conform, no matter how you shake my core. 'Cause my roots, they run deep. Oh, you have so little faith. Don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory's in my veins. I know it, and I will not negotiate. Just fight it, and be transformed, yeah. When the fire's at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. This is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise. I must stay conscious through the madness and chaos. So I call on my angels. They say, there's a little faith. Don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory's in my veins. I know it, and I will not negotiate. Just fight it, be transformed, yeah. When the fire's at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. This is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise. Don't doubt it, yeah. I know it, oh, just fight it, yeah. I won't just survive, you will see me thrive. Can write my story.
Wow, and the crowd goes crazy. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Who's your inspiration? I mean, I know that was a Katy Perry song. Who do you look up to in terms of artists?
Well, growing up, my number one has always been Whitney Houston.
Oh, wow.
I just love her to death,
Yes,
and
yeah.
I probably listened to all her
Wow.
tapes, CDs, whatever they were back in the day, over and over again. So
Well, it's probably cool now because you were that little girl in church who was inspired by the singers that you saw.
yes,
But you're
that too, for sure.
And you're inspiring another generation. I'm sure that there are young ladies watching this right now saying, I wish I could do that.
Yes.
So give our audience some words of encouragement, because I think the pandemic is an opportunity for people
Definitely.
to do some things that they haven't done.
Right.
And reaching into their creative side, and whether that's painting or photography or picking up an
Man.
instrument.
Yeah, I feel like definitely there's a lot of healing in music and the arts, and if you've always wanted to pick up piano, I mean, now's the time. There is all kinds of things on the internet to help you. YouTube, I mean, I've learned so much from YouTube. I did take lessons as well, but there's just so much that you can do, and I just want to say, like, believe in yourself as much as possible, and don't be afraid to go out there and make mistakes. That's kind of where you learn. So I've made a ton of mistakes in front of people, and it's embarrassing, but that's how you grow. So don't be afraid to do that.
April Sapp, you are amazing. We're going to put your website up.
Thank
April,
you.
Sappphotography.com is the website. Get a hold of her for concerts and for photography. And
Yes.
April, thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. This was a blast. Appreciate it.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
That's wonderful. Great. Wasn't that good? Wasn't she great?